Hey everybody, and welcome to Binder Minder, and this is our third and, at least for now, final Fantasy box. We got one Play Booster box. My wife's already opened up two. This is my first Play Booster box, so I actually haven't opened any physical packs for this set yet. I've only opened up the starter decks, and we have the commander decks as well, but I haven't gotten into those as of yet. So I'm hoping to find Traveling Chocobo. I'd love to find two of them, but it's a pretty tall ask. And beyond that, I don't know. There's a couple cards I'm looking for. I would normally say the Water Crystal, but my wife was pulled like 6 or 7 of them, and I don't think that we need any more, even though I could use one of those. We also have the Through the Ages cards, which is kind of like their version of the reprints for special guests. They don't have special guests this time around. So we kept keeping an eye out for big hits there as well, like Rhystic Study, Ancient Comfort Dragon, Atraxa. There's also Ragnavon, there's Urza, and a Chroma's Will. Chroma's Will is one I was really hoping to get. It's a pretty cool one. I've got a couple other ones that I'm looking for, but nothing too expensive and nothing too crazy. So we'll just see what we find. All right, I'll pull all these out, get this box out of the way, and then we'll just see how we do. I hope everybody's been enjoying Final Fantasy. I've been playing quite a bit on Arena. I've got a Chocobo deck. I played around with a couple other things, adjusted a couple of my decks. I've got my mono black deck that I need to adjust as well to it. But I haven't played around with that yet. Anyhow, since she's gone through these things, I'm not going to spend too much time on the commons and uncommons. We will be looking for the SIDS as expected. And then, of course, the Poo Poo UFO. We got Summon Knights of the Round Table. That is a good card. That's a good hit right out of the hole. Not too bad. This is starting to pick up quite a bit on at least in Standard. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in some of the other places. It's just the first 4 rounds of it just pumps out 3 2/2 Knight creature tokens over and over again, right? And then it gives everything +2/+2 and indestructible for that turn as well. So it's a pretty strong card, and it's honestly, if you can't get rid of this thing, it's just completely overwhelming because this itself is indestructible. You got a Saja's Chocobo. These are a little different to open up, huh? There we go. Genova Ancient Calamity for our rare. Has anybody played any of the commander decks yet? So they look pretty exciting. The prices of these things have been crazy. We normally would pre-order and have them all ready to go, but they were just a little too expensive ahead of time. Did end up getting them at retail. All right, we pulled a rare Through the Ages, Atraxio Scourge of the Krug. I don't know if that's a big hit or not. Don't think it is. But we'll keep it here in the rare pile. And then we got a Borderless Summon Anima and Clive's Hideaway for our rare. I like some of these lands. I especially like the forests with the Chocobos in them. I run those in my Chocobo deck. I don't know if there's any value difference with there being 2 different versions. I don't know if it's kind of like Tarkir, where the Dragon Eyes were worth more, but we will see when I dive into that. Summon Fimrar. This is a pretty good card for an uncommon. I don't think it's super valuable, but we did get a Sid. It's an interesting looking Sid too. He's got a looks like a big metal mustache. Jador for the land. I like these. That's a good one. Black Mage Ron. This is seeing a lot of play as well. Mangara the Diplomat. Louis Saxra's Sacrifice. I don't know if I'm saying that one right, but these art cards, some of them are pretty valuable, though I think it's one of the situations where it's only really valuable if you can sell them, and I don't think most game stores are taking them. But you got a Brainstorm, not a big hit, but it is a card that I've been looking for. I actually like this art. I figured I'd pick up a few of these. They're, you know, less than $1. Matoya. And we got a signed, what is this? Is it a Dane? Noctis, Prince of Lucis for rare, and then we got a Cecil, Dark Knight as well for rare. This is one that I wanted to look at, maybe putting in my black deck. The one costs should be pretty good to help my curve. Overkill. Edgar, King of Figaro for rare, and we got Mughals Valor as well for rare. Van Street Thief. Foil is a common. Got Venit, Heart of Hydralin. I don't know, I'm probably not saying that one right, but Side Quest, Catcher Fits. Bartz and Boko. I've run this in my Chocobo deck as well, and this is really strong. Blitzball Shot. And then we got, for an art card, we got the cool Y'shtola. Not signed, but it is a cool looking card. Lightning Bolts for Through the Ages. Not a valuable card, but a good card, usable card. Aerith Gainsborough for our rare. Into the second stack here. Laboratory Maniac for the Through the Ages. Career. Oh, that's a good hit. Not super valuable now. I think it's down to $10, but we've got a borderless jumbo Cactar. That's a pretty cool one. It's one of the few cards that I was hoping to get out of the set, to be honest. One of those I was out on my list to maybe pick up. I'd seen it drop down to like $7 at one point, and then started going back up. I was a little worried about it. It's a cool card. It's also one of those cards where I think anytime you play this thing that you're going to get people upset, but I just like the art on it. Like his little wiry mustache. And speaking of Jumbo Cactar, we got another one. We got a regular one. And then side quest, play a Blitzball. And what is this art card? Growla? Growla? Alright, next pack. Deadly Dispute for our Through the Ages. It's an uncommon. And for a rare, hiding behind here, Triple Triad. Sephiroth and Intervention. Got Fatal Push, another uncommon for the Through the Ages. Got a regular Cactar. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. And we got a rare Ardougne, the Usurper. Chocobo Kick. We got another borderless summon the Fat Chocobo. And then for our rare, we got Bather and Fran. And we got the Jester, the Court Mage guy for our art card. I feel like we haven't really gotten any of the big hits in the Through the Ages, really, across the 3 boxes. Quite a few of those uncommons. All right, we got a Mythicure, Emmett, Selch, Unsundered, and signed Dion Bashment, Dominant. If I can get this pack open. There we go. We got a Through the Ages. We got Farseek, another one of the uncommons. What is a Q creature? Never seen that before. Minwu, White Mage for the rare. We got a Wandering Minstrel for the foil rare as well. Those rares in foil are pretty hard to come by, it seems like. I think we only saw one out of my wife's box, last box. There's another Summon Fat Chocobo. And for the rare, we got Memories Returning. Commune with Beavers foil. And a nice Vivi art card. It's pretty cool looking. Alright, another uncommon for the Through the Ages. It's Squall Leonhart or Danitha Caption Paragon. Tifa's Limit Break. All right, we got a borderless card. What is this? Bathier and Fran for our rare. And then we got the Cat Beast for our foil. Lunar Whale, the vehicle, for our rare this time around. All right, that is a good hit right there. Vivi for our mythic. And we got a Dancer's Chakrams for the art card. Looks like we got Through the Ages in this pack. Uncommon, the Sire Conrad the Grim. An Overkill, and 2 rares for this. Summoner's Grimoire, and a Kujia is a second rare. Clash of Eakins, borderless, Ninja for a rare, and then a foil Chocobo Kick. And this, what is this? Cloud's Limit Break for the art card. Down to 4 packs. Light Up the Stage for an uncommon on the Through the Ages. From Father to Son for a rare. Yeah, those rare and mythic Through the Ages are hard to come by, I guess, huh? I don't think we've had any of them in these 3 boxes. We got Sash Katsuroy for our rare. Two packs. We got a Summon Bahamut. That's a good hit. Mythic. And our last pack. See if we can find a nice Through the Ages card, maybe. It doesn't look like there's going to be one here. Might be a borderless uncommon, though. Blazing Bomb, Crossroad Village. Oh, there is. Mizzix Mastery, and it is a rare. Capital City. We got Fang Fearless and the borderless uncommon. The Fire Crystal. We got a Fire Crystal. It was the one crystal we didn't get out of my wife's boxes. And then for our card here, we got Gobez Crystal Collector. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get everything scanned done, sleeved up and everything, and we'll see how we did on this box. It looks pretty good, though. We got a couple big hits here. So we'll see in just a minute. All right, all back. Got everything all scanned in, sleeved up, good to go. So how did we do on our third box of Final Fantasy Play Boosters? A little better. For the, as usual, Play Boosters, as opposed to Collector Boosters, we do have a pretty big chunk of commons here. The stack of uncommons we've got sitting here is about half that size, but still pretty good. And like I said before in the previous videos, my wife is planning on collecting the whole set. So those will probably come in handy trying to fill in some of the gaps here and there on those. And I mean, there are a couple cards. I even had this Sir Conrad the Grim from the Through the Ages sitting here on top, because I'm going to swap that out from one of my decks already. Let's see. With the art cards, I ended up with 2 with the signatures. Nothing too crazy there. The Vivi one's pretty cool. And of course the Y'shtoa. I like this one as well. Pretty cool art cards. Nothing too crazy. We got all the well, I don't know if we got all the lands, but we got a nice mix of 4 lands with the there's 3 different artworks in each one of these. I don't think we have all 3 in this one. Between the 3 boxes, I'm pretty sure we do. And then of course we got a couple foils. Let's see how many foils we got. 1, 2, 3. 3 foils. It's not too bad. Got a big old stack of the towns. That's the dual lands and the utility lands and stuff from this set. I didn't pull a starter city, which is the big hit there. I did get this one, which has the adventure side, which target opponent mills half their library, rounded down. This is a card that I was looking for to toss into my Persistent Petitioners build someday, if I ever build it. I did put that on that list. And big old stack of tokens there. As far as the rares go, I think my wife's stack, she had quite a little bit more on the rares mythics. Nothing too crazy. So none of these are over $1. And then this stack right here is all the cards that were over $1 but under $2. And some of these are uncommons, like this Endwalker, which is Brainstorm. And I thought there was another one. Nope. We did get a couple rares and mythics as far as the Through the Ages go. Nothing too crazy there. And I did get one in this stack, I believe. Maybe not. I guess not. None of them, the Through Ages, were over $2. All right, so for the over the $2 cards, the Fire Crystal. Cat's playing with a toy behind me. The Fire Crystal here, this is actually the only one that my wife didn't pull as far as the crystals. She just pulled a stack of crystals. That's $2.90. The Sid Timeless Artificer. This is the one. This is 414, and this is from Final Fantasy. What is that? 9. It's got the metal mustache. It looks like that is $3.24. So it's not one of the more expensive ones. We got Cecil Dark Knight. That is $3.27, and then we get into the other stuff. We got Emmett. That is $4.18. And I pulled a pair of Jumbo Cactars. I got the regular one, which is $4.92. Those things have definitely come down in price. And then the borderless one, this is showing up as $12.15. I've seen these selling for cheaper as well, but they have started to come back up. For the big hits, really, there's just the 3 that kind of make or break the box. And we have the Summon Knights of the Round. This thing is crazy to play against. If you guys have played against it, for the first 4 rounds, it just creates 3 2/2 White Knight creature tokens. In addition to this being a creature itself, that's indestructible. And then at the end of it, all other creatures you control get +2/+2 until the end of turn, and they get indestructible. So you can do some crazy stuff with that if you get this out relatively early. But yes, it is 8 mana, so I think at least in 60 cards, you're probably cheating that out at that point. Same thing goes with this Summon Bahamut. This thing is really crazy because the first 2 is destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent, and then you get card draw and everything else. Deals damage equal to a mana value of other permanents to each opponent. That one's probably a really cool one in Commander. And it's flying in a 9/9, so it's a big dude anyhow. Then, of course, we did get Vivi Orinator. This is kind of one of the top 2 hits for the set. Standard frame, but this is the Izzet. The big Izzet pull. I just like the artwork personally on it. I think it's pretty cool. but obviously there's a bunch of combos and stuff you can do with this thing. It's pretty strong. I've played it against in standard. You can still deal with it. I'm not really sure if it's going to be like the, breaking standard like some people thought it was going to be, but I think going crazy with the toy. But yeah, it is still a strong card, and I think this is going to be one of those you're not going to want to see in the Command Zone and Commander as well. So anyhow, as far as the totals go, our last two boxes were kind of rough. They weren't a loss, but they were not as good as I'd hoped to be, especially given that these boxes are selling for $200 to $230, depending on where you're seeing them at. This box, though, over $1 was $147.08, and then for the total box value, it was $197. So we're still not breaking that $200 mark, but at least at the prices we paid, which was a lot better, we didn't really take a hit on that one at least. This is Binder. Thanks for watching, and to put us in your binder, just like and subscribe, ring the bell to be notified. You can catch us on social media, which is down in the description below, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.